happened, first of all, in this case?
Okay, so you have this guy, Nathan Legault, who pled guilty basically to sending graphic images of himself to teenage girls that he met during the course of his interning as a pastor in other provinces. And so while he's awaiting sentencing, he learns that he has a great-great-grandparent who is Métis, and based on that, he self-identifies as Métis and asks for the special sentencing considerations that Canada's top court says are due to Indigenous offenders. And this is something the top court put in to sort of lower the incarceration rate by looking at sort of alternative means of sentencing more fit and appropriate to people who have the lived experience that they've had through the terrible things that have happened to Canada's Indigenous population. What the judge here said he's worried about is that this guy makes this claim based on nothing except a phone call and family lore, as the judge calls it. And so he says, you know, he's concerned that there needs to be some level of proof in terms of before judges that when somebody self-identifies as Indigenous, what actually is the bar in case there is identity fraud of people thinking that they can get something, a benefit here by self-identifying.
So in this case, then, was the judge actually able to determine if this former pastor, this Prince Rupert man, was he actually Indigenous?
No, that's actually, it's interesting. This is part of the whole thing. That's not the job for the judge. But what the judge says is, you know, basically in any other element of the criminal process, you have proof that's put forward. And experts I've talked to say as well, there is proof that can be given in terms of beyond a membership card or a family story, and that's what courts need to be looking at.
Okay, very interesting stuff. And of course, you know, this tsunami of possible fraud, I'm sure you'll be watching all of those cases come in. Thank you for that, Jason Proctor.